Hey, Tyler, happy birthday. Hey.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
you're fucking old.
Yeah,
You're going to die.
Yesterday was my 40th birthday.
Yeah?
No one in my family called or texted me.
Yeah?
Thank you for bringing that up. It feels good.
Well, I think it's kind of funny. I mean, is that why you shaved your head? Or was it like other reasons?
No, it's like I turned 40. I'm just going to shave my head. It's like when a girl breaks up with someone, they get bangs. I kind of did that.
Okay.
I just left the house and shaved my head.
Yeah, you just secretly just left
Yeah.
and came back with no hair.
Now I'm really cold. It's fine. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Like, you know, it's okay because I got a list of words for you. Like, we're just going to do some like free association
Good
words.
God.
So here we go. Madam.
Okay.
What does that bring in? Like, just tell me what you feel.
A sexy lady.
Okay. Deified.
To make a god.
Rotator.
A type of person.
Do geese see God?
Oh God, I know. What are we doing here?
Do you notice anything about these words?
No.
They're all okay. How about I'll do the last one. Tenant. Does anything? What comes up when I say the word tenant?
Yeah, it's a word and a gesture.
Cool.
Yeah. That would. Do geese see God? Is that really one?
Yeah. No, that's totally.
Yeah. Okay, I got it now. I don't know. I don't.
Bib. Pop. Kook. Malayum.
Do you want to introduce the guest, or are we just gonna keep him sitting here quietly?
No, like he's in the dark. All right, so like we do Riverside for a little audio, and you know we like to have a little video so we can see the person we're talking to.
Right.
He's just sitting in the dark.
Yeah, it's a black void, except I think I can tell he's wearing a pumpkin T-shirt,
which is sick.
It is pretty sick.
Hey guys, nice to be here.
Listeners, that is Jake Flores you're hearing from the void. Comedian, podcaster, most hated comedian of all time, I think is what they say, right?
That's my official title, yeah.
Damn. You know a lot about hate.
I do. I guess that's good. That makes me a good guest for the show. Hello. I wanted to say happy birthday while you guys were talking, but I wasn't sure if I was supposed to talk.
Oh yeah,
happy birthday.
You can do whatever you want. We don't care.
I mean, it sounds like you had a shitty birthday. Unhappy birthday.
I mean, my birthday was kind of ruined by a huge work meeting I had to go to that no one else could go to. That's fine. That's what happens when you're the head of a union like myself.
What else bad happened on your birthday? Let's just lay it all out.
That's it.
Like nothing else bad happened?
No, it was...
You didn't like hit a dog or...
No, I did not hit a dog.
I don't know.
I think I would have come home and told you immediately. I'd be like, Nate, I did it. I hit a dog.
Nah, you might hide it. I'd hide it.
You'd hide it?
Yeah.
Nah, not that. Jake, how are you doing today?
Great. I haven't hit any dogs. I'm hanging out with my cat. I'm chilling. Whoa, hey, look at that.
I thought my palindrome bit would be funnier. I didn't really know where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Palindromes aren't funny.
No, they're part of the Seder Square.
Oh, yeah, the Seder Square. Right, Seder Square.
Hey, welcome to Hate Speech, podcast about hating things. I'm Tyler. I'm 40. That's Nate. He was 40 before me. He's older. And joining us today, as I already said, comedian Jake Flores. What's up?
Hello, 38 years old.
We got a young buck on the podcast today.
Yeah.
I'd like to say 40 years young. I don't know why you're
over the hill, bitch. Shut up.
I don't know why you're being all negative about it.
Jake, would you consider yourself a hater?
Absolutely.
I
yeah.
would too. Do you ever like? How does it feel hating almost everything? I'm gonna assume you hate almost everything because I think I hate almost everything.
It doesn't really feel great. I feel like I want to be like, oh, it's awesome, right? Because it is kind of a good time to be a hater, but it is kind of exhausting. Like I don't like that I think about the thing we're going to talk about today that much. He kind of lives in my brain, and I wish he would get out of there, but it's like a compulsion. You know?
I'm the same way, especially as someone who, in his childhood, in early 20s, got some unfortunate Batman tattoos. They're comic book tattoos because I liked comic books.
Well, I mean, who's the guy in your head? Because I don't think it's one Christopher Nolan. Like, who's your head guy?
My head guy?
Yeah. Just to explore here.
I've had a few head guys, if I'm honest.
Go on.
Guys that have sucked my penis.
Head guy.
Yeah.
I understand.
I thought looking at you with this smile would have. No, Jake.
You know my head guy. Local news personality Rick Dancer.
Yeah, Nate has got into punch-ups with our local Republican news guy who moved to Idaho to be a libertarian.
That's my head guy.
I don't know. I don't have a specific head guy. I just will sometimes get an idea of something I hate, and then I will look into it, and yep, I was right to hate it. Like that fucking anime girl we talked about, Hatsune Miku.
Okay, I'm writing down no answer. Tyler has no answer for head guy.
I had a Do you want to meet some of my head guys? I'll get them here.
Okay, yeah, please.
Hold on, let me dial up Teeters.
So, okay, why Christopher Nolan? Why?
Yeah, Jake. You came to well, technically, I came to you, and you came to me with Christopher Nolan. What is it about this guy?
So, okay, I was approached about this podcast. I get the premise we're haters, and I am a hater. I take it all back. I do enjoy being a hater. It's a fucking great time. And I had like the problem where like someone proposes you a premise for something like this, and there's too many answers because I'm a fucking hater, you know. And it took me a minute to sit down and ruminate because I don't know. I want to give you a good answer here, and there's a lot of things I hate a little bit, and it just sort of like it just came to me one day. This is a thing I've gotten into like real arguments with people about, and I will not fucking back down. For some reason, Christopher Nolan has stuck with me for years as a thing that just particularly sucks like really hard. And it's not even, there are things maybe that suck worse than Christopher Nolan, but he bothers me because he is simultaneously the proportion of how hard he sucks to how much he is celebrated really bothers me. Like, I feel like people don't get how bad he sucks, just how lame, how mid he is, what he's doing. And it gets a little political. There's you know, he's a little bit of like a military industrial propagandist and stuff like that, but it's also very petty. And I'm going to try and be as petty as possible here. There's like an argument I got into with an ex-girlfriend about him that's probably going to come up. There's just a lot. He, for whatever reason, sits right in the middle of a lot of things that all suck.
So a couple things. One, no politics. We're a non-political podcast.
That's
Shut
great.
the fuck up. Yes,
Just a little warning there. I'll cut that out just to maintain
our neutrality, our centrism. Oh, much like Christopher Nolan.
But also, like when did this start? When did he worm in your head?
I think, that's the thing is he's been with me for kind of his whole career because.
So Memento.
Memento. I watched Memento, I don't know if it was when it came out, but it was like when it was, when it was still newish and he hadn't made like the Dark Knight trilogy yet. And he was still just kind of known for Memento. And my entire worldview is growing alongside the world talking about this fucking guy. And it's like, you ever just have something that you just can't quite place why you fucking hate it so much, and then you spend years figuring it out. It started with Memento, and Memento is good. It was fine. I didn't hate it, but I thought it was overrated. And I thought people that watched it were now this is cinema, and they would sort of put it on the same fucking level as I don't know, actually a Scorsese film or something. And I'm like, man, it's a fucking college film. It's too high concept, It's a really good episode of a TV show, an X-Files or something. But I ain't the fucking same thing as cinema, man.
Well, explain Memento, because I'm sure somebody out there hasn't seen Memento. It's also an old movie at this point. What's Memento about?
It was this guy. The guy has what do you call it?
Some kind of amnesia.
Yeah, he has amnesia. The main character of this film.
Brilliant so far. Let's keep on going.
And he has tattoos all over his body. He's been tattooing himself to try to help him get out of his own Groundhog's Day situation. So every time his memory starts over or something, he has to read the tattoos on him and then put more tattoos on. So something along those lines. I don't even remember at this point. But it's it's a fucking Like, it's high concept. You can explain it kind of if you understand it, which I don't at this point. You could explain it in an elevator, right? Guy doesn't remember. Someone killed his fucking wife or something, so he has no memory and he tattoos himself.
And the narrative is super gimmicky, and that it's told in reverse, completely reverse order.
Yeah,
and that's what people tend to remember about it.
I have this condition.
A condition?
It's my memory.
Amnesia.
No. It's different from that. What? Since my injury, I can't make new memories. Everything fades. If we talk for too long, I'll forget how we started. Next time I see you, I'm not going to remember this conversation.
What's the last thing that you do remember?
My wife.
That's sweet.
Dying.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's like, I can't remember, but it's, I mean, you could fucking figure it out. It's like, oh, he killed his wife or something like that, right? And he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That is it. Yeah, he overdosed his wife on insulin and suppressed it because of, trauma and killing his wife. But there's some argument about that ending because it's like a Christopher Nolan staple. It's slightly ambiguous. You never quite know for sure. And fun fact, for this podcast, I took in the entire book, The Nolan Variations by Tom Schoen. So I know everything about Christopher Nolan and all of his fucking movies now.
So he's your head guy now.
Yeah. And I want
okay, so why, first off? Like, did you need to do this? Was it necessary?
A little bit. When I want to hate something, I want to truly understand something, because I think that's the best way to hate something, is to know it.
All right.
And I want to read to you a quote from Christopher Nolan, and I think it's pretty illuminating to who he is. It is: the essential problem every director needs to face, and it's the most important part of making movies. You have to figure out where to put the camera. That's a direct quote from Christopher Nolan when someone asked him the hardest part of being a director.
He's not wrong. Like, you got good point.
So that's the thing about Christopher Nolan. I thought I liked him coming into this. I was like, oh, he makes good movies. And then I started to think about his movies, and some of his movies that I used to like, I don't really like anymore and haven't.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna put myself out there. I've grown to appreciate Christopher Nolan more after like doing some research, because I think that he is a dumb guy's M Night Shymalan.
Okay, I almost agreed with you until you said M Night Shyamalan.
Well, like, I'd say M Night Shyamalan's a bit more honest about what he's making. He's making like gimmicky movies.
Yeah,
I don't know if you would describe it that way, but
what if Beach make you old? Yeah.
Yeah. What if Ghost didn't know he was dead?
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Actually, M Night Shyamalan is like a great counterpoint to this, because like M Night Shyamalan's underrated, whereas Christopher Nolan's overrated.
Yes.
And this is entirely about hate, which is entirely about self-hate, really, if we're being psychological and honest about it. It has nothing to do with like a lot of the movies on some level. I kind of hate Christopher Nolan because other people like him, and I kind of like M Night Shyamalan because everyone hates him so much. Because the Beach That Makes You Old, I watched it. It's kind of a good movie.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I hate that people hate Trap. Trap's a good movie. It's a bit long. That's the only complaint.
A lot of his movies are dumb, though. But yeah, you're right. He's honest. He's honest about the fact that he's dumb, and he's not presented as fucking chic or whatever.
Yeah, like nobody's out there trying to like re-edit his movies in chronological order, right? Like there's no like cut of I don't know what you would do with that with M Night Shyamalan.
But if you watch The Beach That Makes You Old backwards, it's a regular beach.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, no, it's not. That doesn't make any sense.
The Beach That Makes You Young.
Yeah, wait a minute. Every beach makes you old.
Yeah, but like when you're on that beach, though, you feel young. So.
And I have noticed that Christopher Nolan's fans, his shooters, are some of the dumbest, most self-important people I have ever seen.
That's my problem. That's where the hate comes from me here, is just the fans. They suck. All of them.
And
he's not even the head guy.
Too.
They're the head guys. They're the most in I don't even know what this term head guy means that we came up with, but I think they're in my head more than he is. It's not even him. It's like people that think he's smart. I hate him. I want to kill him.
Yeah. Right, and like people should give more credit to M Night Shyamalan because I think that he has had good ideas, whereas like Memento is a bad idea. And like I was watching Memento, it was the first. I started chronologically when I was watching these movies. I started with Memento, and I'm like, why is he tattooing himself? they kind of like there's a sentence, there's like a throwaway sentence of why he's doing tattoos instead of just notes.
He's putting Batman tattoos on himself.
So I have an answer for that.
All right, yeah, because of course there's an answer.
Since I read this book, I have an answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Christopher Nolan thought it looked cool. That's it.
Is that really in the book?
Yeah, it is. This guy who interviewed him, Tom Schoen, he did like several interviews over like a decade with Christopher Nolan, and he gets to the heart of all of his movies and he analyzes them pretty thoroughly. And then when he asked Christopher Nolan, he's like, "Oh yeah, I had this idea when I was 16 and I just kept thinking about it." And he's like, "That's it?" And he's like, "Yeah, we just had to make it work."
Like, that's so deep, man.
There's just nothing in there, man. Like, I will give him this. He can technically make a good movie.
Well,
like the technical side of movie making, he's got that down.
All right, the defense is stepping up to the bench here.
Don't make me the defender.
Well, I mean, no, you're the prosecutor. Come
Okay,
on,
all right.
learn court.
No.
No, I think that if you have a dumb idea that sounds cool, I kind of want to defend that, right? Like a lot of my favorite movies are just dumb ideas that don't make a lot of sense, but are visually really cool, right? A lot of my I don't know why Big Trouble in Little China came in my head, but like it's the idea of just like it doesn't matter, so like let's just ignore it and just move along with the cool visual, right?
I mean, sure, if you just want empty consumption of something that looks good, but I don't want that, because when I was thinking like, oh, who are some previous Christopher Nolans, my first thought was James Cameron. And at least James Cameron will put some sort of thought into the visuals of the theme of the message of his movies.
He's not in that sphere. He's not at the tier of James Cameron.
Well, no, nobody.
People want him to be. And I think that's where like the problems come up, is that people want it to be more than it just looks cool.
Right.
Would it?
There's something though, like because the thing is his like photography is really distinct, and it does look cool. It's like technically good. And you can have a thing that's technically aesthetically works, and then the content is kind of dumb. Like I think it's like allowed, but the thing is that it's the tone of the fucking movies is so serious. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to quantify it because it's not. No one's saying it out loud, but the feeling of the movie is just like this insistence. Like, this is so fucking smart, bro. Yeah. Look how gray everything is. Everyone's whispering. They wouldn't be whispering if this was a dumb movie, right?
Nobody's having fun.
No one's having fun in these damn movies. Yeah,
and like I will cop to saying that I like sincerity in movies. I hate movies that are winking at the camera the whole time. And what I hate more than that is Christopher Nolan's self-importance at the camera the whole time. Every character is endowed with the great man of history, like how important that guy is. Everything he says is gold. And let's be honest, the man fills his movie full of fucking exposition and terrible dialogue, and he can't write a woman to save his life.
Yeah, he has Quentin Tarantino syndrome, which is every character sounds like the director. Like they all sound like the same person. And I mean, like Memento's that way. What else is Oppenheimer was kind of that way, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like even his most celebrated movie just sounds like Christopher Nolan talking directly to the camera. Like no characters really interact with each other. They're all kind of talking to you. And like you can say that's a stylistic choice. I say that he just doesn't understand people and doesn't know how to write dialogue.
He tries to make his emotions come through with visuals and music rather than character. And I don't really connect with the visuals and music the same way that I connect to characters.
I think he's good at it though. Like that's the problem. He's good at like visual directing.
Yeah.
And editing. Like I think that if there was no dialogue in his movies, they would be better.
So let me tell you this, Nate, and I'll tell you, Jake. He produces movies with his wife through his company, and he said about making Dunkirk, I don't think we need a script. I'm just going to start filming. And she's like, you're a fucking idiot.
She didn't say that.
It was much nicer in the book, but you read between the lines. She was like, no, you have to have a script. This is a bad idea. And he's like, I don't know. I just think I can do it.
He's gonna wing a movie about World War One.
Yeah. But like,
is that why Dunkirk was boring?
One of the reasons.
All right.
So he is a really well-read, educated on film kind of guy, and I wish that would show through in his work, because
doesn't it though? Like,
yes and no, because Jake, I think you're gonna like this one. Do you know who he based Bruce Wayne on from Batman Begins?
Oh God, tell me.
He based him on John Walker Lind.
Who's that?
The American Taliban guy. He said Bruce Wayne is a guy that goes overseas, becomes radicalized, but by ninjas, not terrorists. Right. And that is a really good idea, but none of that translates in his movies. Like, well, I was writing this around 2002, so of course some of that would just seep into, and I kind of saw him as an American Taliban Batman, and I'm like, put that in the fucking movie, idiot.
Yeah, that's way cooler.
Batman is Patty Hearst.
That fits. I read this story about Luigi Mangione getting beat up by a bunch of ladyboys in Indonesia recently, and I thought that would have been a better origin story for Batman, like how he learned how to fight.
Oh, I'm just like I'm just now realizing you think that's a bad thing, and I'm over here smiling, thinking I wish that.
No,
would be.
not at all.
It does change you, so an evolution happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, okay, so we have touched Batman. We've said the word Batman.
Yeah, we should get into that.
We should talk about Batman, because, like, I think he has kind of taken over the Batman aesthetic.
Yeah, it's
like
Batman is his now.
Yeah, it changed forever once Nolan took over Batman. Because, like, what was the Batman before Batman Begins?
Batman and Robin,
right? Which I love Batman and Robin.
Batgirl.
That's not awfully PC. What about Bat Person or Bat Woman?
Bruce, it's me, Barbara. I found the Batcave.
We gotta get those locks changed.
She knows who we are.
Guess we'll just have to kill her.
Yep.
It's very campy, very stupid. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're on mushrooms.
Yeah, I bet. Like, hold on, wait. Was that the Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, the Mr. Freeze.
Uma?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Joel Schumacher. He should have sex with 10,000 more guys. You ever hear about that?
10,000?
Yeah. So he was like plowing through dudes like crazy through all of his time in Hollywood. Apparently it was like a couple dudes a day would come to him on set, and he's like, we have to call a break, and they go fuck someone.
That's surprising, because if you watch Batman and Robin, it really doesn't reflect that.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know how to show people that love women the relationship between Batman and Robin. So Batman Begins. It's just,
Jake, do you like Batman? Are you a Batman guy?
All right, let's get into it. Let's create a podcast where three guys talk about Batman. That's never
Finally.
been done before.
God.
What's your favorite Batman?
Who are your Batman guys?
Oh, my mic almost came out. I've stepped on my Batman head guy joke. Guys, roll it back.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
do it
We're
over
rolling
again.
back. We're rolling back. Go for it.
Yeah.
Who are your Batman head guys? Okay, so I think my favorite one's a Tim Burton one. That doesn't matter. Let's talk about the freaking Christopher Nolan ones, right? I think they're really interesting to me in terms of like this is why I kind of picked Christopher Nolan, because like there's so much to extrapolate here that everything else relates to. Like they're a really great example of something that is like a front to back enjoyable experience watching a movie, and is like bad and wrong. And I think people don't have like people can't really wrap their heads around that, because we're so ideologically atomized in the world we live in. We're so helpless. We don't have like, you know, any ways to like affect society. So we kind of fall into these like capitalist delusions where you think that the things that you tend to put over importance on the things that you consume. It's a really sad thing about being like a person in 2025 global capitalism hell, is that like you can't, you know, maybe you're in a union or something, maybe you're like kind of trying to claw at stuff like us, but I think that like art is we often like over correlate I got pleasure from watching a thing with that must mean it's like good politically. And Christopher Nolan's Batman movies are straight like 180. The dynamics there, they're fun to watch and are fucking fascistic.
Yeah,
there's
they're
like
evil.
he's the Frank Miller. He based the trilogy he did on Frank Miller's interpretation of Batman. Frank Miller's a fucking libertarian, arguably worse, like arguably just straight up fascist. He's an artist, so he's kind of hard to pin down, even based on his own self-reported politics or whatever. But like those movies are essentially arguing that the world is bleak and there's nothing that can be done about crime, so we need to like create this Blackwater Batman that we come in, and he's a privatized thing because the police aren't enough and stuff. And like, whatever, everyone's heard all the arguments at this point. At this point in history, everyone knows like Batman, he's rich, he could fucking spend that money on the community. Instead, he's beating up criminals and poor people. Like, he's an asshole. But that's embodied very well in those stupid movies. And in the fight, really the worst one is the Dark Knight Rises, where Bane is just like basically rewritten at the last minute to kind of be like, whose streets? Our streets. Like he's like an Occupy guy or whatever.
Yeah, it takes an insane mind to look at Occupy Wall Street and think they're evil. What if they were an ultra strong demagogue killer?
Well, okay, so the Dark Knight Rises. Oh, no, the Dark Knight. When does that come out?
Dark Knight was 2007, 2008, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I have some stuff about the Dark Knight, which I think will distill Nolan's Batman down to its core.
Okay, give me the core of Batman.
So have you ever heard of Fritz Lang's film Dr. Mabuse the Gambler?
No, all I know is M.
Neither had I. Well,
wait, could you say the name of the title again?
Dr. Mabuse, or Mabuse the Gambler.
Okay.
So it was made by Fritz Lang. He made a sequel to that, and Hitler loved it. Hitler loved this movie. Hitler pulled Fritz Lang in and was like, you're going to be the German movie-making propagandist. You are wonderful. Fritz Lang's movie was anti-fascist. And he's like, I made an anti-fascist movie that fascists embrace. I have to leave Germany, which is what he did. And so Christopher Nolan showed his crew Dr. Mabuse the Gambler. And he's like, we're going to do this. And when it came out, this is a direct quote from Christopher Nolan. The Dark Knight has been claimed by the right and the left. In that sense, I think we won.
Powerful.
He's so dumb.
What does that mean?
That means,
what do you think that means?
That means he sold tickets to the right and the left, and that makes him happy because he got asses in seats. Because he's gone on.
It wasn't financial. That sounded like a political stance of some sort.
He just wants people to see his movies, and he wants to make big movies. One of the things that he said at the beginning of his book was, quote, I have to believe that every film I make is the best film ever made. It never occurred to me that there were people out there making movies not trying to make it the best movie ever. Why would you make movies otherwise? Even if it's not going to be the best, you have to believe it could be. Making a movie is all-consuming, which I think that's a good ethos, but when your message is, you know what? What if Batman, the system may not be perfect, but what if he saved a failed system? What if the Patriot Act might be bad, but not if Batman uses it. And surprise, the right wing, when they saw The Dark Knight, thought, oh, Batman's George W. Bush. Was the Patriot Act bad? But sure, it helped us win the war on terror.
Yeah, it's very cynical. Like the argument for, that's why it helps so much that everything is so gray in his movies, because it just feels like you don't have any like vitamins in your system and you're walking around hungover and everything hurts, and like the world, the argument for something like the Patriot Act isn't that it's good, it's that it's like necessary. And that's what the argument for Batman in these movies is like, he's the hero we need, right? Nothing better is fucking possible.
Which is a really, I think, disgusting message if you're going to make movies.
No, like it's better things are possible. We just need to get them gifted to us.
We just need a Batman to do it.
Yeah, but like, if Batman's around, he'll give us treats.
We need the great Batman of history to give us liberty.
But have you seen He can fly, dog.
Batman can't fly, you idiot. Shut the fuck up.
No, he's a Batman. Like, he can fly.
So, like, as someone who grew up loving Batman comics and like Batman, like I love the Tim Burton movies.
We were there opening night for Batman.
Oh yeah, we were. The Dark Knight. Right.
We're
also young and very stupid. Like I didn't absorb that message at the time. It was definitely something that came back to me.
I don't think did anyone at the time really. Or
yeah,
did
the right and the left did.
Just like immediately,
the people that were engaged politically, not us who were in our early 20s.
Yeah. When he says that the right and the left both liked his movie, like I think, but that's the thing is, that's what guys say when they don't know what the right and the left are.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, he was like, oh, the Joker is just my version of what anarchism is. This is what an anarchist is. It's like, oh, they're evil monsters that just want to slaughter people? It's like, that's not the anarchist I've met.
He hates money. The Joker's number one enemy is money. And I think that's twisted.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, okay, but like we have to talk about Heath Ledger's Joker, right? Because also like that fucking broke everyone's brains.
Yeah, he was.
And like, was that
It
Heath
was
Ledger?
awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, was that Heath Ledger or was that Christopher Nolan?
They worked on it together.
Okay.
But Heath Ledger contributed a lot to it. He's like, let me put on my own Joker makeup. And so he did, and he fucked it up horribly. He's like, I'm not going to put on my own makeup anymore, but I did notice I have makeup on my hands all day. Can I just have makeup on my hands when I'm the Joker? And Christopher Nolan's like, sure, whatever.
I don't think he directs actors.
Oh, he definitely doesn't. In the book, it's like, oh, when I was making Insomnia, the biggest lesson I learned was actors have good ideas. They can make the dialogue sound emotional. It's like, yeah, no shit, dog. The people representing your movie have some say and power in how it comes out. He's like, I worked with movie stars, and Al Pacino, he understood my main problem. He knew where to put the camera. Is that enough on Batman, or do you want to go into the Bane stuff some more?
No, like we have to cover Batman. Like I think that he's like, because every Batman after that has been tainted by Christopher Nolan. Like the Batman is what it was called. Like the Batman, like I think was affected directly by like Christopher Nolan's Batman. So
I kind of like the new Batman because he is like sad and thinks that he sucks. Like the Christopher Nolan Batman is what we've been talking about. It's like the argument for nothing else better can happen, so you have to let this like privatized cop run everything or whatever. Robert Pattinson's Batman is an evolution of this concept that like that doesn't hold up anymore. Like no one's really buying it, or I guess I don't know. A lot of people still are, but the end of the 3.5 hour fucking Robert Pattinson Batman, he's standing in like the streets while the pipes all break, and he's like crying. He's like, oh, this doesn't work, And he's sort of like looking at himself and going, why am I doing this? And that's like, I kind of liked it for that reason. I don't know. That movie's kind of all over the place. But the Batman movies kind of like work in a way that people argue that they're like mythology for America. They're a reflection of where things are at that time, and I think that's like I think he really even though there is a lot of stuff that is holdover from the Christopher Nolan movies, the serious nature of it. If you go back and you look at like how did we get from Joel Schumacher to fucking this, it's definitely like this thing where he's brought in this like elevated nature to it. And I don't hate that, honestly, though. That part, because that's the fucking Christopher Nolan style. The style is fucking fine. It's like what he's saying that sucks,
Yeah.
So there's a theme that I just caught on to with a lot of his movies. Christopher Nolan loves a kangaroo court.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That like, scene where the scarecrow is a judge or whatever in the last one.
Yeah, like he likes when people are like, trapped by law.
Right.
He claims to be like apolitical, right? Or just
like the thing about him is he doesn't disclose stuff like personal details at all. He doesn't talk about his politics. He doesn't talk about anything.
So libertarian, right? Like that's how you know.
Yeah. He has a huge family. He's fathered a lot of children. The Nolans are quite quiverful, I believe is the word.
Yeah. No, he's nasty though. I think that's probably what it is.
Nah, he should burn in hell just for creating tactical Batman.
Yeah. Well, I still don't like. Do I hate those movies? No, I can watch them right now and have a good time.
No,
like,
they're fun.
They're a great time. Heath Ledger Joker like changed the world because it was so fucking fun to watch. It's just hard for people to watch a thing and go like, this is dumb and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I like Bane. I like Tom Hardy. I like the weird voice he picked. I like that choice he made. I like all the stunts. I love all the practical stuff. Like full props to Christopher Nolan for like just saying no to CGI because he knows that it's bad. It looks bad. Right. And so he's going to flip a truck. He's going to cut a plane in half and like more power to him.
Yeah. But that's the technical craftsman side of him, which he knows, like, and he calls himself a craftsman. He doesn't call himself an artist. He knows what he's doing, which is why I think he needs a real writer, like in Insomnia, and not just his brother who indulges all his worst impulses.
Do you remember the best barbecue we've had? Racist barbecue. Racists make a good barbecue. And I think it's because they see this dedication craft and they dedicate themselves fully to it, like a Christopher Nolan, because, I think that they need to find meaning stronger than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are good at barbecue or good at like making a movie because that's where they put all their value in.
Well, they don't have to think about the awful material conditions that other people or like the racism people have suffered because they agree with all that. So they can just focus on making good meat.
They can just make that good movie. They don't have to think about anything else. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like. Maybe I was wrong to call Christopher Nolan racist. Maybe that's a bad thing I did. But
he's probably racist. He's probably racist in the. Any guy that says I'm apolitical is like, okay, you're passively racist.
Yeah,
because you're refusing to think about anything or help anything, and you're a white guy with a lot of money, and like it's like a weird invisible way of contributing to systemic problems and stuff. That's libertarian logic, that's like that's anytime a person says like, oh, I'm not political, it's because you're able to say that because politics just happens to people. And that's why I think like people like him, like they think that their point of view isn't visible, that it's possible to compartmentalize and separate stuff like that, but that is exposing the way you think about the world. And that fucking boils down to someone asking you like, what is a movie? And you go, it's where you put a camera in front of something. The camera films the thing, and that's a movie.
Wow, you sound like Christopher Nolan right now. It's crazy.
You know what I always say about a podcast is that it's what's very important is where you put the microphone. Remember earlier when I wasn't loud?
Yeah,
because I didn't put the microphone in front of my face.
The key to a good podcast is putting the microphone near your mouth.
But like, so do you think Inception was about like the woke mind virus then?
I think Inception was about stealing a fucking movie from an anime director called Satoshi Kon in Japan.
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that movie is called Paprika. You should watch it.
It's very good.
Paprika is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the coolest, most visually insane thing you'll ever fucking see. And this director, Satoshi Kon, has gotten ripped off by like two of these types of guys. He made another movie called Perfect Blue. If you watch Perfect Blue and then you watch Aronofsky's Requiem for a Dream, both Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan both have Perfect Blue shit in them. And then fucking Inception is like, it's undeniable. It's clearly ripped off. I looked into this really hard at one point to try to win a Twitter argument, unfortunately. And like there's like damning quotes about it. There's like a timeline you can work out where Paprika came out at a certain point and then fucking Inception came out, and for some reason like someone directly confronted him and was like, did you steal Paprika? And he claims he doesn't, but he also claims he's a huge fan of Satoshi Kon. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
But like the evidence is just watch both movies. There are complete scenes.
Now, I'd hate to go back to this book, but would you two like to know the two biggest influences that created Inception?
Ooh, Tyler read a book.
Yes,
I would like to know. I'd like to know.
So the thing about Inception, he thought, I'll pose the question to you. Romantic comedies. What's a romantic comedy that you think you both have seen? Anyone have an answer?
Love Actually. Everyone likes that.
Jake, have you seen Love Actually?
No.
I thought I knew the answer before I asked. Jake, think of a romantic comedy that you do know. How much time passed in that romantic comedy?
Okay, they're very they're very short, right? Like,
what's the length of time that the movie happens? They have to fall in love, they have to break up, they have to get back together, right? That's a romantic comedy.
Like a year, 9 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Like time in the movie. I thought like runtime.
No, time in the movie.
Tight hour 30. No, like I think like a year and a half, right? Because there has to be a separation. Right.
This is what he said about Inception. He started with romantic comedies.
Yes, he started with the movie Tootsie. So Christopher Nolan screened the movie Tootsie while in film school because he thought it was a very interesting exploration of time. And
that's what he got out of Tootsie.
He asked everybody who screened it. It's like all types of demographics, 90-year-olds, 15-year-olds. They all watched Tootsie, and they all gave different answers about how much time had passed in the movie. And he said, that's the thing about time. You never know how it's passing. And then after Tootsie, he started to watch the TV show Freddy's Nightmares.
What? No.
Yes. Which involved characters going into dreams and waking up in different situations.
Jake, do you have any idea what Freddy's Nightmares are?
No.
We tried. I tried so hard to watch Freddy's Nightmares because I was trying to complete my knowledge on Freddy Krueger because I'm weird.
That is the TV show hosted by Freddy Krueger that had a different nightmare every week that Christopher Nolan was a huge fan of, and he thought this would make a great heist movie.
That sounds fucking great. I want to watch that instead.
No, but like it sounds awesome. It sucked. It was so boring.
So,
they didn't know how to deal with it.
Some of it is gold.
Was it like what was gold?
Like that first episode where the guy gets hit by the motorcycle in the restaurant.
The first episode is great.
Fine. I imagine it's a lot like Tales from the Crypt. There are like some real heaters and then a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But Christopher Nolan, he had this idea about someone waking up on a beach in a dream, and he thought, what if I made this like Freddy's Nightmare and I paced it like Tootsie? No one will know what's happening. What if we're stealing something?
Wait, so Freddy Krueger is also like Paprika and Freddy Krueger. You mashed them together, and that's Inception.
Yeah, which on its face sounds wonderful, but the execution.
Well, so you don't like Inception?
I liked it at the time. I haven't revisited it. I don't like to revisit movies unless I think about them like, oh, I should give that another watch because I want to think about it some more. I haven't had that thought with Inception.
Jake,
I think you know what his movies are. You don't need to rewatch one. You know exactly what it feels like. And there's nothing here's the thing, you didn't miss anything the last time you watched Inception.
No.
Everything that happens is like right there for you. You watch it and you go, oh, he's almost like a Charlie Kaufman, like mind-bendy kind of storyteller that almost gets there, but it's like the metaphors aren't really that interesting. It's dumb. Like Inception, like I'm amazed that he was able to make Paprika boring. Everything got sucked out of it.
Like there was I enjoy Inception not because of the story Inception, or in fact, like part of it makes me actively angry. Like the way that they say like, oh, how did we get here on the streets? Like because editing, because that's what a movie is. No, you're dumb. It's actually a dream logic.
You could make the argument that movies are a type of waking dream, which is what Christopher Nolan thinks.
No, but like that's just movies. Like you're not tricking me. I was just sitting here watching a movie. Like don't try to make me feel stupid for that.
I think the part about Inception that I don't care for is that you can essentially distill it down to one sentence, and the sentence is this.
Okay.
What if your bitch wife ruined all your dreams?
Damn, it's true. Was she shopping or was it like something else?
She was shopping for your dreams.
Okay.
No, like Christopher Nolan, one of the like best, most accurate critiques is that he cannot write a woman because he sees them as tropes. He'll be like, oh, Maul from Inception is the classic femme fatale, but they're married.
I've solved him. He has no new ideas. he just takes old ideas and squishes them together.
I think that is accurate.
Okay. But he does it in a cool, like, honestly, I love the hall scene, even though it is stolen from Paprika. Mm-hmm. The fact that they just did that physically.
For real, yeah.
They built a room and put poor Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the rotating hellscape.
He filmed that for a month. He was running up that wall for a month.
Really?
Like, yeah.
But it's amazing, though. Like, and like when I saw it like a couple days ago, I'm like, yeah, Inception's all right. Like that alone saves it to me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, come on. It was cool.
It is kind of cool. I personally hate it because I was in a really bad relationship, and the woman I was dating put it on, and then like halfway through it, I was like, "Why are we watching Inception?" And she went, or I was like, "Do you like this movie? Like, did you put this on because you like it? And she's like, no, I put it on because I thought you liked it.
Damn.
And I was like, why do you think I like this? And it turned into this huge argument. And that's also mostly what this is about. What's happening here in this podcast. It has nothing to do with Christopher Nolan. I'm sorry if you're listening, Mr. Nolan. The assumption, because it's like it's like intellectual action movies. The idea that that's a thing that guys like is so fucking insulting to me. Like that we're just like these dumb fucking automatons. This is, I mean,
because they're afraid of being insulted, right? Like that has to be it. Like, oh, I wouldn't watch a dumb movie. Like I need something to philosophize about, but really I just want to see shit blow up.
Yeah, like it's like a fucking a veneer you're putting over your actual desire to just watch like Rambo or whatever. And like I watch shit like this sometimes, but I'm a fucking nerd. I want to watch weird anime and drama and all sorts of stuff. And like the way that this gets packaged and sold to us as it, you know what this reminds me of? It's like the movie version of like deodorant that's like gunmetal colored because it's for men or whatever.
And yeah, I should point out that in my research, and they address it in the book directly, his fan base is overwhelmingly male.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to point out that you had the Axe body spray loofah.
I don't have that.
Because it was in a tire, so like, you know, it was rough.
That was gifted to me. And that has been gone out of my life for over a decade.
No,
How do you remember a loofah I had in 2011?
Because we all had that loofah. We all got the Axe body spray loofah. It's fine.
I mean, let me read to you what a typical male Christopher Nolan fan thinks of a bad review. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of certain critics specifically, I always feel like he instinctively frustrates the critics. Some critics seem to almost take it personally because, I think, they're unused to feeling like a director is smarter than they are. They seem to be in a competition with Nolan, but Nolan never appears to crave their endorsement. So Christopher Nolan is just simply too smart for critics. Gentlemen, what do you think of that?
You have to put the movies are about where you put the camera.
It's true. I fucking hate IQ guys. Like it's a contest. I watched and understood the smartest movie. I win.
Well, it's like that idea itself is so reductive of what criticism is, because I like a lot of criticism because it's true engaging with the art or the idea or the material or whatever enough to deconstruct it, to say if it has value or if it means something deeper, which I think any critic worth their salt will deeply engage with the thing that they are criticizing. And this guy seems to think that they wouldn't do that with a Christopher Nolan movie, or they are incapable of doing that.
He's too smart, man. You can't even approach what he's doing with what if a dream was also another dream?
What if you could have a dream and a dream and a dream and a dream, huh?
I'm the smartest book reader because I liked House of Leaves. You all suck.
Yeah. Goth, Infinite Jest.
Yeah,
I read half that book. I know what you're talking about. I got your joke.
It's finite jest to me because I'm so smart.
Damn.
But that's his people. Like, they think that by watching this movie and understanding it, they're smart, when in reality, the guy looks at the camera and says, this is what the movie's about. I mean, look at Tenet.
All these movies are that, yeah.
Tenet, he looks at the camera and goes, don't overthink it. Just try to feel it.
Like at the end of Inception, when he's spinning the top, it's almost like Leonardo DiCaprio is like looking at the camera like, huh?
You're watching these movies, you throw down whatever the fuck you're holding, you put your hands in the air, you go, we get it, Christopher. Damn.
And there are people out there, and a lot of his fans hate the movie Tenet because they didn't understand it, despite it being explained like 9 times in the movie and a really easy movie to follow.
Well, it's just, we're all having fun. Like all time travel stories are just about having fun. Don't think about it.
I watched the first 36 minutes of Tenet because I had that's how much free time I had before we kind of started this, and I knew I wasn't gonna really give a shit about finishing it. I just wanted to get a whiff of it because I had never seen it, but I remember people kind of talking about it when it came out, and I remember reading that Robert Pattinson says that he does not know what the movie was about that he was in after filming it and stuff, which is very funny. And it isn't like it's a little hard to follow, but I don't think that's your fault if you're the viewer. It's kind of like boring. Like it doesn't. Why would you care about what this fucking organization is doing. The best part of it though to me is that Robert Pattinson is British in it in a way that is like very half-assed.
Yeah, he really doesn't give a fuck. And we should say Robert Pattinson is the reason we have Oppenheimer, because when Tenet wrapped, he gave as a present to Christopher Nolan the book about Oppenheimer that he made into the movie. And he's like, hey, this kind of, like the movie we made, kind of reminds me of Robert Oppenheimer. You should check out this book. And Christopher Nolan's like, I know what I'm doing next.
Man, he's so cool. I wish I could be Robert Pattinson.
Wow.
Should we watch Twilight? Is that going to make me watch Twilight?
You made me watch Twilight when it came out. You made me.
Yeah?
You said, oh, everybody hates this. I have to understand why people hate it. Let's watch it. And
Oh,
you
man.
put it on.
I was on the hater train
And
back 20 years ago.
Are you saying you don't remember watch? Like, I have to keep that memory and you've just purged it?
I moved on. Like, what? I don't need memories.
I'm
It's like I'm Tenet. Or, like, no, what's the memory one? I'm Memento.
You're Memento. The
free.
title character of the film Memento.
His name is Memento,
Mr. Memento.
a character from Perfect Blue.
Don't.
Mementos, and he's like, I can't remember riding a bicycle built for two. My wife.
So let's keep going with his movies.
But though, can you blame him for his fans? Like, I don't think you can pin his fans on him. I don't think does he deserve that?
At a certain point, you can, because you make the same thing over and over enough to the point where there's such a lack of message that becomes the message. Your fans start to overpower what you're doing.
So Fritz Lang should be shot.
He left. He's like, I'm not doing this. I cannot enable a
But
fascist.
Hitler really liked his movie.
Yeah, and he noped out of Germany like a motherfucker,
So
which
what-
is a responsible thing.
Well, but like if you disagree with your fans, that's a thing. Sometimes there's a director who's like, everyone's misinterpreting my work, like Alan Moore type of creator or something like that. Then sure, you can't blame the fans of them. But this guy is the same person as his dumb fans.
Yeah.
Like, listen to all the things he's saying. I'm apolitical. The camera has to go in front of the person. All this shit. I think that you could. I think his fans are an accurate reflection of him.
Yes, I agree. And I think if I were in Christopher Nolan's shoes and I saw my fans acting like that, I would make something to alienate them. But Christopher Nolan is so into the idea of just creating a cool-looking movie that's an experience. And he got this when he was a kid. They sat him in the front row of a movie theater, and the screen was too big, and it was loud, and he couldn't understand what they were saying, but he had a great time. And he says with his movies and the awful sound mixing, oh, if you can't hear the words, that's okay. Just listen to the music. Because he says, and I quote, music is the machine that is the heart of the movie. You only feel things in movies when the music's going.
Yeah, he wouldn't you say earlier he wanted to make one of the movies we're talking about without words or whatever?
Yeah, Dunkirk,
it's, unimportant to him. He wanted to he didn't want to write Dunkirk or have words in it. Adjacent to all this, right? Another Batman thing. Todd, what's his face, who's also an idiot, but the guy who made Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen, for my money, the most brilliant film of the last 2 years, Joker 2 Fall You Do.
we have an entire episode.
We did an episode on that.
Good. That movie is him going, wait, my audience was wrong. I'm going to punish you specifically for liking the guy in the movie I made. You can do that. That's an example of someone doing the thing we're talking about. Christopher Nolan is not doing that because I don't think he disagrees with his dumb fans. I think he's like, I made a good movie and they liked it.
Right.
What did he say about the shooting?
He said nothing. It was not brought up at all.
Because there was a Joker shooting. Like, nobody talks about the Joker shooting, but it's why every time I go to a movie, there's an armed guard.
Well, yeah. Was there a Joker shooting after the Joker movie?
It was
because there was the Aurora guy.
Yeah, that one, which was like Dark Knight Rises. Wasn't it?
That's the one. I'm talking about.
I see. Well, that guy he had red hair, and Heath Ledger has green hair. So I think I rest my case. It's not based on
the Christmas shooter strikes again.
Yeah,
red and green. No, I mean I don't know. Like he should have said something. Like he says nothing. Honestly, that's my biggest problem with Christopher Nolan's films is that he tends to just present things, but not like add any commentary to
Right,
it.
he's
Like,
just asking questions.
even though he does, like, because I don't think you can make something without like adding a bit of yourself in there and adding a bit of your perspective there. Like, the idea that he thought he said nothing with the Batman movies is pretty telling, right?
Yeah.
Like, because he did. He obviously did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so, but I have to go back to the music thing because I like his choice with that. That's not to say I should like, you know, dialogue sucks, get it out of here.
His dialogue sucks.
Well,
Get it out of there.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I think that his music is effective because he is kind of correct that like, if you want it to be a driving force in the movie, having music push the movie's plot along is really effective.
Mm-hmm. And
it's why I liked, like, it's why people liked Oppenheimer, because the soundtrack kind of pushed it along, because it certainly wasn't the way Oppenheimer was talking. And like, it's why I think I like Interstellar as much as I do, because it is a dumb movie, but the soundtrack really kind of builds into something.
And he was asked if he ever wanted to make a musical, and his answer was probably the most telling. He said, "I consider all my movies musicals."
I hate that I complimented. I made a mistake.
When you're complimenting someone, you're complimenting a real dumb guy.
Damn.
He's read all these books. He's done all this, like, he's seen all these artistic movies, but he has internalized none of it.
He's a brutalist. No, I mean, like, really though, like, you know, I think that he's good at making movies. He's just bad at telling stories.
But is that okay?
No, it's not okay. Like,
all right, good.
Yeah.
Because I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think it's irresponsible when you get to be the most popular blank check filmmaker in the world and you are interested in saying nothing. Boy, in my life, anytime something has said nothing, it's really benefited the right rather than the left.
Yeah, he also has, like, I mean, you can tell when you watch his fucking movies how much funding he's getting from, like, the I can't remember what the fucking name for the program is, but there's a State Department / CIA program where they work with big Hollywood studios and stuff. And when after Tenet, especially, I think he like specifically cut some deal with Warner Brothers. He, like, to him, that probably feels like, oh, these cool guys in the armed forces that like protect our country or whatever are interested in helping me out with my movies, and they just want to make sure things are accurately portrayed. If he's ideologically right wing enough to look at things that way, and dumb enough, which are fucking synonymous, he probably considers that not political and not a thing, not anything of note. But like, if you understand what's going on there, he's getting all this military funding and stuff in his movies to use the fact that he makes an empty conduit of a thing every time he makes a story. He just makes a technically cool looking thing about people getting into cool fights and stuff like that based on a mathematically kind of intricate plot around like a time travel thing or whatever. That's him getting hijacked by the forces of like conservatism, and like, because the thing is, there's a lot of passivity in guys like this, like dumb, like manosphere guys, the whole fucking right-wing podcast world and stuff, the whole right-wing culture war. It's all, I'm not political, right? Everything's too political. I'm not saying this, I'm not saying that. And I think that what those people don't realize is what they're talking about is being comfortable. And he's like a brilliant like illustration of that mentality. His work is like a complete extrapolation of the idea of like passivity and like, I'm not saying anything. And when you do that, ideology is like a fucking like a current, like it moves toward the right at all times. If you're like a leftist, you're like an angry nerd like us with a fucking stupid podcast, and you're like trying to push against it. If you don't try to push against it, you default to being right wing, because it just allows all of this shit to happen. It allows the fucking State Department to come in and go like, don't worry about it. We're just giving you a tank, and don't think about it. And you're like, it doesn't mean anything. The tank means something when it's in your fucking movie.
He was so close with Oppenheimer, understanding this. Yeah, this entire movie, making a movie about like, we're just having fun at, exploring our art. When like, oh no, I made a nuclear bomb. I invented that thing. I mean, like, well, it's wild to me. Like, think about Oppenheimer. There is no political stance in that movie, is
There's
there?
not, no.
Right?
The closest it comes is like, man, aren't they so mean to Oppenheimer?
Well, yeah, like, you know, like the whole movie is about him being a communist, right? Like, he's a communist. He's trying to he's sympathizer.
Yeah.
Even though in the entire movie Oppenheimer like is saying like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm a good American. I'm a New Deal Democrat.
Yeah. I mean, but like, do they say it's good or bad? No. Do they say the other side is good? Well, they're being mean to Oppenheimer, so they must be bad, right?
And Oppenheimer is doing his best throughout the whole movie to say like, no, I am not a communist. Communists are reprehensible.
Well, like they don't even talk about politics in the movie that is about like Oppenheimer being skewered for being a communist, right? Like it's wild. Like, are they saying the atomic bomb is bad? Do they even say that in the movie? He feels bad about making it, but that doesn't say anything about the bomb. the movie about the nuclear bomb does not say if the nuclear bomb is bad or good. We don't know.
The only thing it says even close to any kind of message is the bomb is a bomb. It depends on who drops the bomb.
No, the message is politics is a game. That's the message, right? Like, am I wrong?
Yeah.
You just watched it. Like, you have to have an opinion on it.
My opinion is that it tries to make someone who did a evil thing, probably one of the most evil things ever done in humanity, and it tries to show him as a small bean who just gets pushed around.
I mean, he made a whoopsie. I think he made a whoopsie.
If Oppenheimer were like a real cool dude, he would have never made bombs. He would have just stayed home with his communist girlfriend having weird sex. When she's on top of him reading "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds," like, I would never leave that house. I would never leave.
We've all met that person.
Oh, yeah. Running in communist circles. We all know the mentally ill girl who's reading on top of you. Yeah.
I should learn Sanskrit. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oppenheimer's like, yeah, of course. I'm learning Sanskrit. I learned Dutch in 2 weeks. What the fuck are we doing?
Like, why are we believing Oppenheimer? He's lying. He didn't do that.
I don't know. Like it's irresponsible to make huge pieces of art that spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, politically say nothing. Like, it's like Jake said, it's all flowing right.
Yeah.
It's like it's what it shows you is a boundary around someone's imagination. Like, it's a capitalist realism thing of an inability to understand that these things should be that if you tell a story about Robert Oppenheimer, you should probably have something to say about it. Like, I never saw Oppenheimer. I put it on once, and it was just like, I don't know, it was in the background, and it was like a 3.5 hour movie, and it just didn't happen. Like,
I don't think you would like it.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't, based on everything we've gone through here so far. But like, I kind of wanted to watch it just so I could, do this shit like this, just talk about stuff and understand what's wrong with it and stuff. And it's fucking so long. So that's someday maybe. But the thing is, I haven't watched it. A big part of the reason I haven't watched it is because I maybe this is bullshit, but I think I get it already. And part of the reason I get it is like, I had a really dumb job around the time that it came out, and I was like really like depressed and just, I don't know, life very rudderless at that point. And I was working at this bar, and they, the place was run really austerely by like a stupid small business tyrant type person, and me and the other bartender. So we would we'd get finished with work, and then we would drive around the corner, and we'd call it like the bar that we'd go to after work. We'd park my car next to a dumpster next to a 7-Eleven and hang out in my car and drink. And this guy's like 50 something years old, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just like, the whole time I'm like, what happened to you? Like, this can't be what you thought was going to happen when you were 55 or whatever. And I would try to explain like my views on politics to this guy, and he, as far as he could get, would be like we were talking about the Olympics, because the Olympics was happening, and he was just like, man, isn't it cool to watch people just like, because they've just worked so hard to and they become the best. And I'm like, and then what? Like, you have nothing else to say about this. And I would start telling him like, oh, the Olympics is really interesting. There's like this whole interesting resistance movement to it, because it does all this stuff to cities when it comes to it. It like fucking pushes all the homeless people out into the fucking woods and stuff. Nothing. this guy could only get as far as like, man, the Olympics are cool because it's people doing a really good job.
Yeah, you fucked up in that conversation. You should say, yeah, that's wild. And then just
right. That's what a person who like, yeah, with like fucking who does it, a smarter person than me would say like, damn, and then just fucking move on with life. But I'm obsessed with like this limit I see on this person's fucking brain. And like, he loved Oppenheimer and he was trying to convince me to watch it. And he was just like, man, it's just about like a guy who's like, he was smart, you know? And I'm like, I think that's what Christopher Nolan meant when he made the movie. I think as far as his fucking vision for this goes is like, oh, I read a biopic. Biopics are also like, here's another hot take, right? I think there are not a lot of good biopics because all they really can say, because they have to stick to kind of respecting the person they're about, is, damn, he was really good at that thing he did, right? And you can't really like place historical arguments around that. So there, all the stuff about communism and like the war and stuff, it's going to be in that movie, but it's going to be completely neutered by the fact that the point of the movie has to be like, wow, he's really good at making bombs.
What a guy. Well, like, I think people like your car bar friend like Oppenheimer because it's a movie that thinks for you. Right? Like, you don't have to form the opinion.
Yeah,
like,
it has nothing.
Yeah, the movie will just tell you what is going on, right? Like, it will tell you what's in his head. It'll tell, like, where, you know, verbally through dialogue or just like through the images that are flashing through your eyeballs. Like, it'll tell you how to think and feel. And like, I want to say like all of his movies are kind of like that, right? Because you know, he does the thing that apparently you're not supposed to do, which is like all the characters kind of turn to the camera and tell you how they're feeling, right? and they're easy movies to watch because of it. Because like, oh yeah, no, I know how this guy's thinking. He's telling me.
Well, like his ethos for making movies is, I've got it right here. This is a quote of his about making movies. He said, "If you work quickly and you don't spend too much money, they don't give you notes and you can do whatever you want. That's how I've made my movies. All of my films are studio films. They tick all the studio film boxes."
That's how you know you fucked up, is when the studios are like, we like you.
Well, it's the same. Like, he is his own Dark Knight in that he is this guy who is working within a far from perfect system, but he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Must be nice.
Preserving this awful system somehow.
I kind of wish I was him.
Well, yeah.
Like, I'm a little jealous of Christopher Nolan.
The only
there's like a lane that opens for in every art form for people that like would, you know, some people, right? Was joking earlier about being a hated comedian, right? I'm naturally built a certain way to where if I go out and I try to do thing like pursue a stand-up comedy career, I'm going to run into conflict immediately because of the way that the world is set up and the things that people think and stuff like that. Fucking Nolan is like, he's like a guy who's like frictionless. Like, there's a wide lane open for him to say what he's trying to say, and there is no resistance because the things that he's trying to say are what the fucking people that run the world want to be said. So he's like unaware that that's even part of all this.
Christopher Nolan is the Gallagher of film.
Until someone smashes a bigger watermelon.
Damn.
Ugh, God.
Any like...
I want to give him one genuine compliment that's not about his movie making.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan, he has said he doesn't want to use CG. He wants to shoot on locations. He wants to use actors. He's not an AI guy. He wants films to be as big and as epic as possible. Like, he wants to preserve the art of movie making as he sees it. I think that's a good thing. And I think it's a good thing that he is the president of the Directors Guild of America, because I would want someone who cares about movies to be in that chair, especially with like Netflix buying Warner Brothers, HBO. Like, it's all becoming one monopoly. It's all just going to be flattened.
In slopification. Like, because like also like Disney just recently signed off on like, hey, make AI slop with Mickey Mouse or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, was that on purpose? Because like I think about that And I'm like, he's a no email, no phone guy too.
Yeah, he has no cell phone, no email. He carries a flask of tea everywhere he goes.
I think he's just like a fucking nerd, and that's why he's doing low tech. It's not even like moral stance. It's just like he wants to like listen to music on his gramophone.
Well, I mean, there is that, but that is precisely the type of person who I think should be representing the directors. But what I don't like about it is that he has this aversion to any kind of message or standing up for himself or pushing against anything. Like, I think when it comes to it, comes down to it, if he gets to make the movies he wants to make, he probably won't care what happens to the rest of them.
Yeah, he's Gallagher. He's having a great time. No one has a problem with him smashing the watermelons. So why would anyone else have a couple problems? Oh, yeah. Gallagher 1 had a lot of problems, too. This is a bad metaphor.
I've never met a good Gallagher. Liam?
Do you hear the story about him, he wouldn't let people sit in chairs on the set of one of the Batman movies or something like that. I don't know if this is like true. It's kind of a thing that went around on Twitter at some point. But whether it's true or not, I watched a video of Pete Davidson talking about this, and he's like another dumb guy where he just similar logic here. He just he sounds like he's about to say something when he says this, and then he just gets to the end of the sentence and that's it. He tells this story on some podcast about how, like, when he first heard this story about Christopher Nolan, not letting people sit down or yelling at someone on a movie set, he's like, I thought it was like, yeah, he's really, wow, that's really mean. And then, I got the opportunity to direct a movie myself, and it was really difficult. So, yeah, and that's like kind of it or whatever.
Just no new thoughts.
Yeah.
I wish I could stop having thoughts, new thoughts, any kind of thoughts.
Just pick up, talk to Grok. Grok will tell you.
Don't tell you. I've never used any of this AI. I'm not about to start.
So, I mean, any parting shots before we put them on a list? That sounded like a threat. It wasn't a threat.
Yeah, Jake, you got any more hate you want to throw at this guy? I want you to get it all out. Get all your venom out for Christopher Nolan.
I don't know, man. I can't believe you read a book about Christopher Nolan for this podcast.
You listened to an audiobook. Let's be clear.
I pulled quotes.
Okay.
Like, the tyranny of the projector. I constantly want to defy time and rebuke it.
Oh, man. Everyone's so fucking dumb.
He's so dumb. He's so dumb.
He's the type of guy that becomes fascinated by time.
Yeah, time is not that interesting. Like I understand why people think like, oh, getting into like time travel, if you're a storyteller, is like, that's the smartest thing that you could tackle. It's not. Like, history and politics and stuff like that are
interpersonal conflict. Anything.
There's like people. He's kind of like got like a rationalist, like tech bro sort of oeuvre here, where he's like thinks that he is legitimately better than all of us at math, but he thinks that that makes him smarter than us. And I am not as good at math as him, but like am smarter than him about like, if we're arguing about like who to vote for or something, because that's not, you can't just math your way out of fucking everything. And that's what a lot of people in the world and like the tech world and stuff like that think right now.
Doctors, like Tyler can talk about how doctors, just because they're a surgeon, they think they're the expert on everything.
Then,
they think that you should listen to their opinion on like Israel or something, and it's like, but those two things don't have anything to do with each other. There's like it's like you're playing a video game and you're like speccing your character, and there's some people that are just like, we'll just make him as strong as possible, and it's like, no, you need to have dexterity and stuff. You can't.
That's actually that's a good way to run your game, though.
It is kind of cool.
You're talking to Nate, who invests in the one punch method of every game he plays.
It's good, low end, high strength. Just go. But like, yeah, you're right though. He does seem like the type of person who's like deep. He's gonna make his next movie about Rocco's basilisk.
Yeah,
you know that.
Yeah.
He's gonna do something real dumb.
Well, it's crazy because Donald Trump used a part of Bane's speech in one of his like inaugural speeches.
Okay,
and someone asked
what part?
these are your streets. Like you're gonna, we've taken the country back. It's all that shit.
Yeah.
And they asked him what he thought of that, and he goes, "Well, when we were crafting Bane, we did make him a demagogue." And they're like, "Oh yeah, can you continue?" And he just goes, "No."
Yeah, he's
So
always he's always
on
about to say something else, and then it's just like, no, that's the end of the thought. Okay, fuck, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm overthinking things.
His brain just like flashed, and he's like, I can't say anymore.
Somebody, there's a huge plot hole in the Bane thing where, at the beginning of the movie where he's on the plane. Somebody pointed out once, like, he didn't need to jump out of the plane. And I can't remember exactly what the plot hole was, but as soon as I realized it, I was like, oh, right. This is fucking dumb. Like, all these huge things where he's like, everyone in the entire auditorium got gassed with sleep gas, and now there's a shootout happening. These are fun until you think about it for like a minute, and you're like, wait a minute, they didn't need to do that.
Apparently that was based on a real event, and everyone who got sleep gassed died because sleep gas doesn't exist.
So the interesting thing about the beginning of Dark Knight that you just you brought up, or it made me remember. So the character who's talking to Bane on set, he's given an interview, and he's like, "Yeah, I couldn't hear anything that Tom Hardy was saying because the motors were too loud. And I asked Christopher Nolan if we could turn things down and we could like do this so we could hear each other. And he just said no."
Yeah.
So he's just reading dialogue, not knowing how Bane's reacting. He's like, all right.
Well, dialogue's not important. The music is more important.
Yep.
Where you put the camera.
Don't try to think about it. Just feel it.
Yeah. You know what, man? Christopher Nolan's probably a lot happier than all of us. Maybe he's right and we're wrong.
Yeah. He's rich. He's white.
It's like I'm like jealous of religious people because like they have a God that's looking after them, that loves them. Like that would be nice, right?
Yeah, that would be so sick.
They're probably a bit happier because of that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I brought up religion. I shouldn't. I'm like a Christopher Nolan character. I shouldn't have brought up religion.
I shouldn't be talking about this. I'm like Christopher Nolan.
I'm gonna put it on the list. Or wait, no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think to answer your question, I think I got it all out of my system. I don't know anything. I don't think we figured anything out, but I feel a lot better because I just needed to talk to somebody about how much I hate Christopher Nolan. So.
I hope that we did the one thing that I love doing, being a true professional hater. And Jake, this might resonate with you as well, as you are also a professional hater. When someone hates something or someone loves something and you tell them why they should hate it, and you get to see that spark die just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's what it's about, people. That's what it's about. And if we made one Christopher Nolan fan or someone who is ambivalent about the guy do that, then you know what? It's a Merry Christmas to me. That's right. I'll say it. So here on Hate Speech, we have what's called the spectrum of hate, because we believe if you're going to hate something, you should probably do it in the framework of a spectrum, because that allows nuance. On the far bad end of our spectrum, we have something that everybody can universally hate. That's one Adolf Hitler. And on the other end of our spectrum, the good end, that's LeVar Burton.
The head. That's the best end. The head guy.
Oh, yeah.
LeVar Burton's our head guy. You imagine Jordy sucking that shit? You'd think the glasses would hit your pelvis.
He'd be awful at it. Are you kidding me? Jordy head is not something you want.
I don't know. I'll try anything once, twice if it stings.
I mean, yeah, you can try it, but it's just like, listen. So Christopher Nolan, like I think he's at the top of the list, right? Like he's not like an all-time bad guy. Like did he cause problems? Really?
I think he allows problems to continue. Jake, can you see our list here?
I can see it, but let me see if I can zoom in or something.
Yeah, it might be a little.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, okay, but like allowing bad things to happen, like I'm guilty of that all the time.
Well, yeah,
Number 4 is Labubu.
That's pretty high up. That's good. We like Labubu.
Oh wait. Oh, I was reading it backwards. Okay, that's good. I thought that was I thought he was 4 away from Hitler.
No. Show Jake the end of the list. So
the end of the list here. Well, okay, that's. But like, yeah, the F-35 sexual assault kits are bad. Smoking. But like at the top here, we got snakes. Furries, they're all right.
Yeah, they're okay.
But like, I think he's worse than like bisexuals. Right?
Yeah, as I seem to recall, we were pretty benevolent to bisexuals, which I think we should be.
They're worse than Labubu, apparently, though.
I would put him right around. I'd probably put him between the Oscars and ranch dressing.
No, he's not worse than the Oscars.
The Oscars will sometimes pull people into movies that genuinely matter or that need to be seen, like movies with real messages. Like the Oscars will sometimes snag something good.
Well, we have a Joker 2 expert on right now. Like,
I'm a Joker 2 lover is the problem. Whoever came on this podcast and hated Joker 2, I disagree.
Well, let's use this as the anchor then, because we put Joker 2 at number 10 here. So would you say he's worse than Joker 2?
Oh, absolutely. So he's definitely got to go there.
But Tyler, he's not better than ranch dressing.
He's worse than ranch dressing. Okay.
He is worse than ranch dressing.
Okay, fine. But
I will.
Would you rather watch a Christopher Nolan movie or have a refreshing Busch Light?
Definitely a Busch Light.
Yeah,
okay, we're making progress here. Is he worse than the dreaded Dark Impact? What the fuck are we doing with our lives?
Show's so fucking stupid.
This shit sucks.
He's worse than Kingdom Hearts.
I would say he's better than Kingdom Hearts. So that's just me. That's my opinion.
Kingdom Hearts you ranked it quite evilly. What happened there?
That was, I think, my argument that Kingdom Hearts contributed to the animeization of popular culture.
And they're ripping off nerds.
And like turning an art form into just something to sell toys.
He's not worse than Mr. Beast. We can all agree Mr. Beast is far, far worse.
Yeah.
I think that he's better than the TikTok voice. I would actually put him around creepypasta. I think he's of the tier of like a creepypasta where it's like, this is kind of stupid. People enjoy it. Dumb people enjoy it.
Yeah. I think he's worse than creepypasta because I think he emboldens and makes very dumb people feel smart.
Okay.
And the centrism.
I don't think creepypasta has a political tint.
No, but Christopher Nolan definitely does. He may not put messages in his movies, but he's definitely putting a message out there.
Okay.
He's worse than Slender Man for sure. Slender Man never did anything to anyone. It's only his followers that are at fault.
Yeah, like those two teenagers.
He's gonna make a romantic comedy, and his thing is going to be, well, let's watch some Slender Man. Let's read some Slender Man creepypasta.
All right, congratulations to our number 20, Christopher Nolan. I thought you'd be higher, but it turns out nope. I'd rather have a Busch Light. Sometimes they hit.
Yeah. Hot day, Busch Light.
Yeah,
not so bad. Jake, is there anything you want to plug?
Yeah, if you're into left podcasts and all that fucking bullshit, my show is called Pod Damn America. If you like stand-up comedy, I live in Los Angeles and do comedy here a lot and elsewhere sometimes. And I'm at Feral Jokes on all the things if you don't already know. That's it.
And I will say the last episode of Pod Damn America about Prospero was really good. And I think yours is one of the only podcasts that's talking about that. I only learned about Prospera from the Blood Boy documentary because he goes to Prospera and that's where he got all of his weird blood boner measuring stuff.
It's the medicine island.
Yeah, so if you want to actually see what Prospera looks like if you're rich and white, watch Don't Die.
Is it like rich white people's Neom? Neom?
Yeah, but for like medical.
Okay.
It's like rich white medical tourism.
Yeah, the grandson of Milton Friedman had his key fob for his Tesla implanted in his hand there because you can't do that back here apparently.
And you don't like that happening? Because I'm fully support that one.
That isolated as a thing, fucking fantastic. It's all the other stuff connected to it.
Yeah, it's one of those times where I hope someone's implanted device, the body rejects it, and they die because they're too stupid to understand what's happening.
No, but like, what about like sick devil horns or something? Like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fun. Like, body modification is fine. It's linking it to Tesla and destroying Honduras, which is bad.
Yeah, it's a really lame way to get into BMI. Wait, body modification. What did BMI? It's body
mass index.
What was I thinking of?
I feel like that was mean. I apologize.
No, it's great. I don't give a fuck. I was trying to say BME or something. I think there was an old magazine about body modification called BME that I was trying to say, and I said BMI because my
Can't hear a
brain
word
is
you
falling
say.
apart.
That's the beauty of live music.
It moves the story along.
All they're gonna hear is moves the story along.
That's all we need. It's good enough for Nolan. It's good enough for us.